This is Bill Zahler with the Wellness Warriors Ministry, and today we're going to be talking about what may well be the world's favorite food, chocolate. And so we're very excited about this topic. There's some details to know about it that may be beneficial as you go out there and continue to make food decisions. I did want to add a point of context in today's discussion about chocolate, and that is that optimal nutrition is never ever about one food. It is always about the totality of what you take in every day in your eating and drinking. It's all about food, nutritional biochemistry, and how everything fits together in a synergy. Having said that, let's go on and see if we can't shed a little light about chocolate. Now, one of the ways that we can approach this and begin to talk about it is to look at candy, chocolate candy, versus some of the whole food powdered chocolate products. And so one of the things that we know about candy is that it tends to contain unhealthy fats and sugar. It contains unhealthy fats and sugar. And whereas the organic, non-GMO cacao powder does not contain, or at least doesn't contain nearly as much of these unhealthy food components. Now, one of the distinctions that we want to make today is the difference between cacao and cocoa. Cacao, C-A-C-A-O, is probably a superior product to cocoa, C-O-C-O-A. Some authors use these two words interchangeably, but probably should not be doing that, because cocoa is processed at a higher temperature than cacao, and it is often alkalized. Now, alkalizing or processing cacao changes its pH value, its molecular structure, and contributes to a milder flavor and decreased nutritional content as it is processed. Now, the information we have is that cacao maintains its natural consistency with an abundance of nutrients that we look for in the very best chocolate products. Now, when you go to the store, take a look at food ingredients labels. Always do that before you buy a packaged product. If you look at chocolate candy of just about any brand, whether it be Hershey's Kisses or Lindt, German chocolate, I think it's German chocolate, or some other brand, take a look at the ingredients label, and you may find things like cocoa processed with alkali. You may find cocoa butter, palm oil, or coconut oil. There's a lot of controversy nowadays about coconut oil, but clearly palm oil and coconut oil do contain some unhealthy fats that are artery clogging. Also on the ingredients label for chocolate candy, you'll find sugar, sometimes milk fat, and very interestingly, you'll find, as you do in many processed products, something called artificial flavor. It'll just say artificial, or sometimes artificial or natural flavor, without specifying what it is. Now, I have a problem with that, and I hope that as a good consumer, you have a problem with that also, because, don't we really have a right to know exactly what that artificial flavor is? And so look for these things on the ingredient label. Now, cacao powder contains a category of phytonutrients, plant nutrients, called flavonols that may increase the blood flow to our brain and enhance brain function, especially in older people. Also, this cacao powder contains antioxidants that shield our DNA from free radical damage, and also contain a good deal of magnesium and iron. In addition, the cacao powder contains trace minerals like chromium, manganese, zinc, copper, and in addition, vitamin C. Also, the nutrients in cacao include phenylethylamine, sometimes abbreviated PEA, that plays a very important role in increasing our alertness and our focus. And it also may help us to decrease our appetite. It may contribute to appetite suppression, along with the magnesium that is in it. It may help with weight loss by increasing metabolism, and contains a natural monoamine alkaloid. Cacao beans contain no sugar, but may contain a certain amount of fat. Also, the plant nutrients in cacao include anandamide, which interestingly is a cannabinoid endorphin. A cannabinoid endorphin, yes, as in cannabis, and this is a feel-good plant compound. A feel-good plant compound. Also contained in good quality cacao is tryptophan, an essential amino acid and a powerful mood-enhancing nutrient. It is a precursor to the brain neurotransmitter serotonin. It is heat volatile and is damaged or destroyed by cooking. So eating cacao beans raw would be an excellent way to obtain the dietary tryptophan that is advantageous for us. Also, cacao is rich in tryptamine serotonin, the primary neurotransmitter in the human body. It is similar to tryptophan and can build up our stress defense shield. Also, cacao contains an extraordinarily beneficial type of soluble fiber that is perfect for the human digestive tract. In addition, cacao contains methylxanthines, caffeine and theobromine. Cacao may contain a very little bit of caffeine, but its theobromine is a metabolite of caffeine. Theobromine is an effective antibacterial agent, and it dilates the cardiovascular system. So then you can look at cacao as an important part of a heart-healthy diet. Again, all cooked and processed chocolate may be less advantageous than non-processed chocolate powders, and these cooked and processed products may create an inflammatory response in the body. Also, and I hope this is not more information than you want, but also cacao contains some compounds that significantly suppress the adhesive molecule called P-selectin. So it decreases the risk of cardiovascular clots, a very important issue that may relate to decreasing the incidence of stroke. Raw cacao is one of nature's most fantastic superfoods, and it supports a healthy cardiovascular system like we alluded to just a moment ago. How do we use this cacao? Now I wanted to show you a couple of the products that I use. Now these are cacao nibs, N-I-B-S, cacao nibs, and these are the end protruding segments of the cacao bean. And this particular one is organic, as it says on the front. And then when you look on the back of the product, it also says it is non-GMO, which assures us of a higher quality food. Also, as a chocolate cacao powder, I am using this one. It's Viva brand. And again, it is marked USDA organic. And on the back, it also states that it is non-GMO. So these are the types of products that we recommend. So how can you use these cacao products? Well, you can blend them, either the powder or the nibs, in your favorite beverage. You can sprinkle raw cacao beans on your favorite dessert instead of chocolate chips. And very interestingly, you may like this. You can make a trail mix out of these cacao nibs, and in the trail mix, so you would have the chocolate, and you can add goji berries, and you can add almond nuts, and you can add perhaps some hemp seed, and have a very nutritious, great trail mix. You can also eat these cacao beans or cacao nibs by themselves. And so I'm going to offer another bit of information that may be more than you want, but nonetheless, interesting piece of information. So what would be a moderate recommendation for the daily intake of cacao? And so let's say it would be this. It would be 1 bean per every 11 to 17 pounds of body weight. And I will leave it up to you with your calculator or your superior brain to make that calculation for yourself. I do recall a moment ago saying that cooked chocolate products are less nutritious than unprocessed and uncooked products. However, if you're like me and you love chocolate, you may want to try this chocolate pudding recipe, and it is on our website under recipes, and it's for chocolate pudding. And what it contains is cacao powder, like I just showed you, some vanilla and cornstarch, and a bit of sugar. By the way, you could use date sugar, which is ground up dried dates, probably the healthiest sugar product there is, some soy milk, and some salt. And so you cook this down, and then you let it chill in the refrigerator, and I assure you it's a delicious chocolate dessert. Also, just another recipe with chocolate in it would be to make a smoothie with some mixed berries and cacao powder and some hemp powder and some maca powder, M-A-C-A, maca powder. It's an adaptogen, a wonderful, healthy superfood, and perhaps banana, a few pistachio nuts, and soy milk in this smoothie would be just a wonderful, healthy drink. So our summary recommendations would be to consume organic, non-GMO, raw cacao powder, to limit chocolate candy, but if you do choose chocolate candy, to choose the one with the highest amount of organic chocolate powder. I thank you for joining us today, and I urge everybody to take a look at our website at mywellnesswarriors.com.